start out with some ground rules for the symbols in the video itself.
When you're watching Smada, look for the symbols and the views that we are expressing for each character.
You've seen lots of places and characters in the adventures of Smada, so why don't we talk about them for a moment? First, Smada represents all of us.
It's an individual. It's me. It's you.
The video that Mick is looking for is
true love. It's a godly love. It's a freeing love.
Yeah, Glinda represents the world, the people in the world, and the world's view of love.
The world's view of love is complicated and full of games, whereas true love is simple, genuine, and unconditional.
Bosco represents the Holy Spirit, the spirit that seals and protects you.
he guides Mick and helps you come to a full understanding of love.
Headquarters is just simply heaven to us.
Also, headquarters might not just be a symbol for heaven, but for some, it may be a trusted friend or family member.
Base camp is simply a safe place you go to when you want to find refuge or just needing answers.
And it is a place you need to go to seek the truth. It's safe and protected.
Now let's talk about the map. The map is our life, and how we all plan and try to map out our life.
We may take different paths or directions, but we're all looking for the same thing.
Love.
So put yourself in Mick's shoes and join in her adventures and in her quest for love.
The series begins with Mick, Bosco, and Glinda all looking for the missing video.
True love.
Mick locates a map that will lead her to different locations where she finds clues, danger, and also sadness and heartache.
Everyone has an idea or a map of how their life is supposed to be, but we never think of God's plan.
His will.
And His true love, because we're too busy mapping out our own thoughts and desires.
Everyone looks for love, but it is usually in all the wrong places. It has no age limit or special conditions put to it.
People try to map out their lives based on music, movies, TV, video games, internet, whatever.
And it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, old or young, everybody makes a map of some type.
You know, the map that you set for your life and the outcome that happens are either based on your own knowledge and ability or ungodly principles. Either you're going to map out your life or you'll choose God to map it out for you.
You choose.
Once Mick has the map, she immediately tries to contact Glinda.
The world's view.
But the world is preoccupied with everything else.
Because of that, Mick has to go to her base camp.
Her safe place.
To contact headquarters and tell them that she's sending them the map.
Mick falls asleep, and then Bosco
Holy Spirit.
brings clues based upon where True Witness has been.
Mick's first stop on the map is the blue thing, or the watering hole.
Sometimes the quests that we create will take us to places or people that look or feel refreshing and new, kind of like the watering hole. This may be like the first time you fell in love. It usually takes you to an unfamiliar place, even though it may be perceived as dangerous.
You sometimes sneak or crawl, or even run right into it. Some people can never get past their first love. They return to it, they think about it, they compare other relationships to it. They can never let go of it.
This is the first clue that Mick finds. The True Witness has been there also. But this isn't where the video or true love is.
After you've been through your first love and it doesn't work out, you start searching for other things, looking to fill a void that you thought your first love would have filled, but didn't.
Then you seek out other material things, lifestyles, cliques.
Status, popularity, and sometimes it can take you to a danger you don't realize.
This is where Mick locates the stone table. The quest for the ancient artifacts of the stone table is an example of how people want someone else's life, their past. Don't exhale.
They fantasize about other people's lives, and it becomes their idol, even at the risk of losing part of themselves.
This is another place where Mick finds a True Witness clue, showing that they have been there as well. She is easily attracted by the appearance of the altar, even at great risk.
But at this point, she tells Bosco
Holy Spirit!
to be quiet and still continue to take the risk to go to the altar. Isn't that what we usually do?
When Mick gets to the altar, she is more than willing to barter with an unknown danger and adventure.
How many of us are or have been at this point in our life? Maybe in a relationship where we look for love.
Exchanging part of yourself, both physically and emotionally, for a quick moment that gives you a false sense of belonging or self-worth.
This is where someone willingly gives up their virginity.
Or something that we crave like power, control, or gotta have the best and nicest things that you're throwing in the fire.
We end up bartering with our life or soul in order to get it.
At what cost would you sell your soul, thinking that this is the love you're looking for?
Yeah. Usually what happens after a single meaningless act is that a person justifies the moment with shameless self-promotions.
This is when a girl boasts about who she hooked up with.
And the guy brags about who he just scored with.
They shamelessly
Self-promote.
How many of us at this point find ourselves in the field of broken hearts? This is where people gossip, whisper, and tell you I told you so.
If you noticed, when Mick is in the field of broken hearts and tries to make contact with Glenda,
The world.
that Glenda is always busy and not available.
In episode 10, Mick returns to base camp.